Hi lovers of literature, again we are back and we will be doing the stanza number 4. We have done with the 3 stanzas, we have done with, of course, the bangle sellers going to the temple fair, then the life of a maiden and then her marriage. And now that we have come to a life where she is more matured, more composed, more aware of her duties. Okay? So this is the more mature phase of her life. This is a more, she knows now. She's aware of her duties as a woman. As a maiden, she was not aware of her duties, of course, because she is learning in the process. Now that she is more experienced, now that she is more matured, she knows what is expected of her, and she has given much to her household. So some are purple and gold flecked grey. Some are purple and gold flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway. Whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on a faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the God at her husband's side. Now in the final stanza of the poem, the bangle sellers or speakers continue to advertise their bangles. Why? Because they are continuously talking about the colors. They shout that some of the bangles are purple and gold flecked grey. They're purple and they just have the dust of gold. These are suited for a middle-aged woman who has journeyed through life. They are for her who has raised her children well, because the line is very well there, and cradled fair sons on a faithful breast, and has remained faithful to her husband and family. These bangles are, they say, perfect for she who has maintained her household with pride and worships the God at her husband's side. In the stanza, the poet writes down that she perceives the quality of a good wife. She knows what the quality of a good wife is. Such a woman is truly deserving of the purple and gold flecked grey bangles. Why purple stands for the color that signifies authority. So she is now an authority of the entire household. And it's gold flecked. Because she has achieved that experience, that authority. Here we should pay attention to the word I told you long back. Sons, right? And see here. And cradle fair sons on her faithful breast. Why sons? Because it is expected that the Indian woman will give birth to a son and that will carry down the legacy of her husband's household. So it means that she is thought of as a weapon to carry forth the legacy of her husband's house. So that is expected of her. So hence the feminist attribute in the poem. While it could be a happy coincidence, but I don't think so. It's not a happy coincidence that Mrs. Naidu has put in the word over there. That is sons. I don't think so. It could also suggest the ingrained attitude of male preference in the society in Sarojini Naidu's times. So that is there. So the colors that we deal with, purple authority, gold that talks about her experience. Now the poem Bangle Sellers is a celebration of female life, as I have told you. It shows us the various stage of a woman's life and attempts to represent the Indian culture, the Indianness of Indian culture and the role of bangle sellers in that very life, in that very society where Mrs. Naidu lived. Now, figures of speech and poetic device used in the bangle sellers, very important, right? So if you ask me where are the similes, let us identify with a bullseye. Now, what is a simile? Simile is a figure of speech where one thing is directly compared to another. That is not done implicitly, it is done explicitly, that is very directly compared to another using the prepositions as and like. So silver and blue as a mountain mist, some are flushed like the birds that dream. comes in the second stanza, right? And then some are like the fields of sunlit corn, some like the flame of a marriage fire. Simile, in which stanza? Third stanza. Tinkling, luminous, tender, clear. This line is, of course, we get alliteration and onomatopoeia, but you have to see the next line. Like a bridal laughter and bridal tears. Simile. Now metaphor is also there. What is metaphor? Just like metaphor and simile are lines in parallel. But simile is more explicitly done, very like directly, and metaphor is more indirect. So we have metaphor where there is indirect comparison of two different things. So rainbow tinted circles of light where there is a comparison of the color of the bangles with that of rainbow. Then we have consonants. What is consonants? You have heard of alliteration, right? What is alliteration? It's the vowel sounds. And what is consonants? It's a repetition of consonant sounds in the neighboring words. What are those? Or rich, please mark those lines. Or rich with the hue of his heart's desire. See, H. Hue, his, heart. Consonant. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist. Some M, meet, like you get identify the alphabet M in some, third alphabet, then meet the first alphabet, then maidens the first alphabet. So it's consonants. This can also be taken as examples of alliteration that I said, repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of nearby words, which is a type of consonants. We'll deal with this thing later. What is the difference between alliteration and consonants? You have to understand that repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of nearby words is alliteration. But that is part of consonant. Consonant is a suppose if you talk about an umbrella, consonant is an umbrella. And that is just part of it. And imagery. The poem Bangle Sellers, as I've already told, is full of imageries. The poet has compared the bangles of different colors. What are the different colors we have? We have the colors that are silver, blue, we have green, then we have red, we have orange, we have yellow. So full of colors, the entire color palette. Then we have different other color palette that is purple, that is gold. So entire imagery, and we also have the stanza that is suffused with images is for me is the second stanza. Why? The second and third stanza. Second stanza talks about the mountains mist imagery, then the buds, then the woodland stream, then the newborn leaves. It gives a very, very tender, very fresh kind of spring image. And then we have the image that is suffused with yellow, the bright hues, the orange, the reds, filled with that. And then we have another color palette that is a little more matured, that is purple, that is gold. That is what. So we have images, we have of course alliteration, we have consonants, we have metaphors, we have similes, whatnot. What more do you need? And pictorial quality. So images, that is visual imagery. It's not the other kind of images. We have many other kinds of images, but here Mrs. Naidu, extremely sorry, Mrs. Naidu is talking about the pictorial quality of a poetic creation. Various stages of a woman's life, from a very childhood to death. Series of images, symbols, that why it is put. What is the use of images? To inculcate the minds of reader to connect the various colors of bangle parallelly with the woman's lifespan. Okay, so that is what is there, and I think I've covered all the topics. Yeah. Let us go through. Just jump into the poem once more. Tinkling. Okay. Yeah, we have just done with it completely. The poem is done. There are questions done. The questions will be nothing other than what does each color stands for. What is the temperament of the poem? Celebration of womanhood, celebration of femininity, celebration of Indianness. This is what is there. Of course, then we have to also talk about this, the indirect hint at a woman's acceptance in the society if she gives birth to a male son or male child. And that is there. If the question comes a little indirect, what is a woman's duty? A woman's duty that we have very well in the last stanza. The woman's duty is to bring up her sons, to rear her sons, to feed them, to satiate their hunger, to serve the household with pride, to worship the gods, that means to be religious, to perform the rites, to perform the rituals, just standing and supporting her husband. So this is what the entire poem is all about, the bangle sellers. And the name, if it is asked, comment on the title of the poem. The title of the poem talks the viewpoint of bangle sellers as a class. They're selling the bangles, and the form of selling the bangles, the poem is indirectly dealing with the entire life of a woman. The name is bangle sellers, but it doesn't talk about the life of bangle sellers. It talks about the life of an Indian woman. So very cleverly, with lot of cleverness, Mrs. Naidu puts the title bangle sellers. So she tries to deceive us. If we read bangle sellers, what will we think? We'll think that the poem deals with the bangle sellers, but isn't. She's trying to deceive us. She's trying to asking us to delve into the poem, to find it for ourselves. What is the poem dealing with? Is the poem dealing with the bangle sellers, or is the poem dealing with womanhood, femininity? So that is what. So the comment on the title is done. Everything is almost covered. Yet, my dear students, if you find any more queries, please feel free to put it down in the comment section. Please put your queries in the comment section, and whatever you want me to do further, I will be of course dealing with other chapters, other poems, Merchant of Venice, and everything will be coming up very, very soon. But till then, I hope this is clear, and hope you are going to go through all the videos. Have a good time in reading, of course, in between the lines. So please read, please stay happy, please love literature, make it your passion, make it a part of your life, and read in between the lines. So I'm going to end my video here with a good note, and let's get into some other videos some other time. Till then, stay happy, stay safe, sanitize yourself, take care, goodbye.